Welcome people. Remember how many times you plan to start something new, like starting a blog or writing a book or anything, and you were truly hyped about that thing. Plus in fact you start imagining about it, that how it would be, and you already start seeing your success in your head. The idea was so interesting that you decided to share it with your friends, your parents or someone you admire, and then something weird happens. You told about that idea to your friends and then they say, damn, great idea, you must go for it, you must do it. But the very next day, you feel like all that excitement was gone and you start thinking about that, what the hell just happened? Did your friends just jinx you? But believe me, it's more complicated than that. See, by sharing your plans, you literally sabotage yourself. And now you might ask, but how? A lot of people think that sharing our goals with people we admire is great, because it adds up motivation and it's make you feel more accountable to achieve or pursue that goal. But in reality, the more you talk about your intentions, the less likely they are going to happen. See, when you talk about your plans, you basically giving your brain a full signal that the job is almost done. You just want a short-term satisfaction by sharing and telling your goals to others. And that's the whole problem. When you start to brag and chit-chat about your future victories, your subconscious or your brain process it like you already reached that success. Our brains do not really differentiate between something you already done and something you plan to do, especially if you are already praised for it. And as a result, your motivation to do that thing starts to tank. And now you either procrastinate or never take action at all. But why does this even happen? There are few reasons behind this. Reason number 1. Your brain thinks that the job is already done. When you share your goals, you are just giving your brain a fake reward. In your mind, it feels like that your specific task is already completed. Dopamine, the neurotransmitter that pushes you to chase your goals, is released now prematurely. And then that point, your motivation to do the thing and pursue the thing drops. You subconsciously start thinking that achieving your goals is now just a formality. And it's like that is guaranteed to happen. And so you stop putting efforts into that. And let me now share a real life example with you. I decided to write a book. The book was almost half done. At the very beginning, when the idea hit first, my dopamine was pushing me forward. My brain saw the task was challenging, interesting and important. But once a evening, I told my father about that book and showed that half-made draft to him. What happened to me was, my brain already got its reward. Now it feels like it does not need to work anymore. And in the end that project got abandoned. Because now there was no inner drive left to keep it going. And here is the reason too. Social validation messes with you. We all live in a society and one of our biggest motivation is recognition. We want people to notice, praise and acknowledge our efforts. Because in the end, we all are social beings. But if you get that praise too early, before you have done anything, that motivation disappears. Visualize this for a second. You tell your friends and parents about that you are going to start a business and they respond like, wow, you are amazing, you are going to succeed, definitely succeed in this. And now you see, you get that social reward early. Now your brain relaxes. Your brain thinks that you earned the recognition and the actual work now feels very less important. Your motivation to do the thing drops and your plans just remain words. Reason 3. The fear of failure paralyzes you. When you tell about your plans to everybody around you, you start to feel like you are being watched and now you can't really mess up. Everyone knows what are you planning, and if you fail, imagine how much of a loser you look like in front of them. Remember, fear of failure is the worst enemy of fear-free thinking. Plus, with that kind of pressure, it's now impossible to enjoy what you are doing, and that means you would not last long. And let's be truly real. Mistakes are a part of any achievement. It's totally fine you do not succeed in very first time, but you will definitely learn something valuable from that failure. Something that will help you to adjust and succeed the second or third time around. But when you are already announced to everyone a dozen of times that you are definitely going to succeed, now you strip off the natural right to fail. Chances are to avoid the natural risk of failure, you will take the easiest way out. You will do just nothing at all. Motivation drops, fear takes over you and your great plans end up going nowhere. Remember, speaking before you do is just a useless step in the way of actually doing. Otherwise, you are just seeking validation for the thing that you have not even done yet. And in short, there is a saying, if you never want to start something, tell your friends about it. When you talk about your plans, you are trapping yourself. Your brain just gets a fake and false sense of completion. Social approval kills your motivation, and fear of failure freezes you in place. It's always better to keep your goals to yourself until you have made some real progress, and let your work and actions speak for you, not your words. I hope this video is worth watching. I will see you next time. Till then, peace out.
And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened, and